Yes. So today we have the lecture of FOE, right? That is entrepreneurship, and we already started a chapter called preparing a business plan, where I have asked you to prepare a business plan. So how many of you have prepared? Devansh, Yash, Natik, Devam. I have given a homework for preparing a business plan. For example, if you are an entrepreneur, what will be your business plan? Yes, Devansh? Have you prepared it or not?
Ma'am, I'm not getting your voice.
I have given you a homework regarding preparing a business plan if you become an entrepreneur tomorrow. So have you done it or not? It was only on record, right? But you have not done it. So again, I could not help it. Let it be. Moving further, let's go to the slides first.
I have done first.
You have done? Okay, so I'll keep you here on this podium and you'll share your ideas. Is it okay?
No, it is not okay.
Why so?
I can say from here.
No, I want you to be here in the front of screen.
No, this is not my place.
Okay. Yes. So we have discussed about the generation of project ideas, how we can generate the ideas, from where we can get the inspiration to get the ideas, right? So our project idea should be SMART, that is specific object, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bounded. That means our project idea should be smart enough to clear all the criterias, right? Next topic we have today is the sources of business ideas. From where can we get the business ideas from? Yes, Devam. Can you give an examples? How you can get ideas from the business? What business would you start?
If I will do a business in future, like making a bag or school bag, then first of all, I have that much not capable for the large amount to spend the money and all. So I will take a loan from bank and do at the starting level of the very small startup. And,
I'm asking about how would you get the idea? Yes, Yash. That is what I'm asking. From where you will get the inspiration? Whether it could be people around you or the market around you.
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
Or the movies could be also one of the sources for the ideas.
No, in movies there is not anyone is using the school bags.
Okay, so we have a topic called sources of business ideas, where we'll be dealing that how we can generate those ideas, right? What are the sources? So the entrepreneurial idea is a feasible, financially sound, technically possible, and socially acceptable idea of a project or a product that may have utility to prospective customers. That means what? We need to be having an idea which is very much utilizable and having a customer's perspective. So it is not possible for everyone to come up with an idea and in the very first instance, convert it into a business opportunity and start a small business on that basis. For example, if one night you have an idea and the other day you start working on it, it's not possible. You need to check the technicality, feasibility, relevancy, market trends, customer base, everything is to be sorted first before even moving to the execution. So the majority of good business opportunities do not come suddenly. It takes time, it takes research, it takes development, it takes market strategies, it takes planning, lots of information gathering, etc. Right? So it comes from an established mechanism to generate a large number of ideas so that at least one of the ideas has the potential for a business opportunity. It requires a series of steps to finalize it into a profitable business. So you need steps from where you can start your own plan, and from that you can execute the same in the reality, right?
Yes.
So there are sources of business ideas. For example, there is a full list that says customers, existing organization, distribution channel, governments, financial institutions and development agencies, research and development, trade shows, fair aids, exhibitions, focus groups, brainstorming, collective notebook method, heuristics method, checklist method, synectics methods, dream approach, market gap analysis, and lifestyle analysis method. These are the sources that will be going for the individual ones. First up, we have customers. we need to look at what customer needs. If we know the needs of customer, we will probably work towards the actual invention of the things that they want, right? So prospective customers know best what they want and the habits, taste which are going to be popular shortly. For example, if the customers are particular about the things, that happens to the customization business. For example, if I am a tailor, or if you are a tailor, you need customization because everyone has a different measurement, different style, different body type, different height, weight, body, right? So that depends on the customer's choice, how they want the product to be. So you need to change according to customers' preferences and habits. So new product or service ideas may from customers' reaction to the product, present product and the expected product idea. For example, we are taking the examples of LG or any company like Philips, which they do not create anything new, but they make innovation in the present idea and the present products. That means there is nothing new inventing, but improving the existing product or adding some new features to the product. For example, the phones that you use, there is nothing new in that, right? The change in the color, the change in the features, that's it. Or they increase the memory or RAM or ROM, whatever you call, or probably the pixels of camera. Is there anything else that is changing in the phones? No, they are just using the upgradation of the technology that we have the call as versions, right? First we started with the KitKat, then it went to James, then it went to Gorilla. Probably you know it better than me, right? So the versions of a phone, Jelly Bean or KitKat, these were the versions of phone that we were used earlier. But now that is only the thing that changes in a phone. Otherwise, there is nothing new you add to the phone. We use the same camera, we use the same phone features. Actually, the main purpose of using the phone is to call or to receive the calls. But now we can do everything that we could do in a phone or in a TV or even in a theater that could always be done in the phone also. That means you add something advantageous to the phone, or existing products are being improved upon, right? So context with the prospective customers can also reveal the features that should be built in a product or service. So you can ask your business partners or your customers what else they do want, like what they want to change upon in the particular product. So you will get the idea how the customers would like it. So the attention of the customers can take the form of informally monitoring potential ideas and needs or formally arranging surveys among prospective customers. You might have went to a mall where you see there are people from tours and travel companies that they are standing outside the malls or the showrooms, where you will be given a questionnaire. For example, where do you want to go? What is your name, age, sex, occupation, qualification, your hobbies, and what travel destinations are on your bucket list, right? And from that, they offer you different types of travel expenses, travel trips, so that they can know that what customer wants. And that is why you need to know different types of surveys. Information is to be recovered, or you can say gathered from the customers. So care needs to be taken to ensure that the idea or need represents a large enough market to support a new venture. So that is why customer, as we call it, customer is the king of the market, right? So everything what we make, it should be according to their needs only. Otherwise, we might fail, or we might face failures, right? Then next we have existing organizations. Existing organization means what? People around us, the people that is in the market already, those who are in the, you can say the rivals of our company or the peers of the company, where they are already in the industry and they know they are dealing the same business from last almost a decade or more than that. So you know what they are doing, how they are doing their practices, what are their profit margins, how do they do the productions, how they target the customers, what are their strategies. So that is a basic idea from that we can get from the existing organizations. So competing products and services of existing organization and evaluation thereof is a successful source of new ideas. Frequently, this analysis uncovers a way to improve on these offerings, resulting in the new product that has more market appeal. For example, what Jio, right? Jio is an example that has come up with the ideas of Vodafone, right? Vodafone was giving 1 GB recharge called 399 for almost 1 month. But that same was given by Jio by entering into the market for a free recharge, right? That was giving free full 1 day, 1 GB every day, regularly. That means what? They saw the market, they look up to the Vodafone's policy, how they offer the things to the customers, and they did just the opposite of it. They offered for the free one, right? That means they totally shutted down the market of Vodafone. Right. Then they also come up with the 4G network. That means that was not available in the market, and now people from Jio now are focusing on 5G networks. They're already starting in the tested in the Bangalore city. Right? That means what? You could always take the examples of the people around you, that is the existing organizations. The analysis of profitability and break-even level of various industries or organizations indicate promising investment opportunities which are profitable and relatively risk-free. That means they know what they are doing, what they are good at, what they are bad at, and we can take the example of them by taking utmost precautions regarding the same. An examination of the capacity utilization of various industries provides information about the potential for further investment. That means you could always take the examples of people around you, how they work, how they do the things, what makes them unique, how better they are, or how good we can become. From their example is the example of existing organizations, right? Next up, we have distribution channels. Now, we might have seen this is a very new rising concept in India. Do you know what is a distribution channel? Devam?
Yes.
What the distribution channel is?
One we have kept one distribute all the things around all the market and all the distributor we have.
Okay. Okay, that could be one of them. Yes. Yes, Devansh. Yes. What do you mean by distribution channels?
Ma'am, the distribution channel is a channel which includes several intermediaries to deliver the product to the customer.
Okay. That means they are a chain that shows that how many people are there in the people in middleman, or how the people who work in between to supply the goods to the other end, to the other customers, to the other parties that are involved in the chain, right? Yes or no? So let's see the slides, what the slide says. Just a second. Then put your phone aside. Yes. So basically, distribution channel is a chain that has people around in between that will supply the goods from one end to the other one. So the members of the distribution channels are middlemen, transient customer preference, and possible expectations, which may be a good business idea. You could always follow this kind of idea, which is very much emerging in India. It's a developing concept, right? Where people are in the chain, where they go to the directly the companies, they collect the products from them and they distribute to the customers, their customers. There is no wholesaler, there is no retailer in between, and that is known as direct distribution channel, right? So not only do channel members frequently have suggestions for the completely new products, they can also help in marketing the entrepreneur's newly developed products. For example, if I'm new in the market, but if I have a strong distribution channel, I would probably have a good network. That is also known as network marketing, right? And network marketing is one of the best ideas that is working in India right now. Can you give an examples of networking in India? The products that we see around us. Yes, anyone? Divya, Leslie, Apurva. Can you give an examples of distribution channels or the products that they sell? No. How mask could be a distribution channel product? Obviously not. The mask producer produces the goods. It sells to the wholesaler. Wholesaler sells to the retailer. Retailer sells to the customers. Amazon delivery channel. Okay, it could be one. What else? There are many products available around you that has a strong distribution channel, without which no product could be sold out. For example, Amway India, or Avon, or for example, Nutrilite, Nestle. All of these are the companies that is known to be Unilever, Hindustan Unilever, are the companies that is working in the distribution channels to sell the goods on behalf of the company, right? Next up, we have government. Now, can you tell me how government could help us to work? Because government is a thing that is a statutory body. that keeps an eye on what you do, right? All the rules and regulations are being made by the law or the government. Now, can you tell me how government help us to give new ideas or to generate new ideas? Anyone? Yes, Leslie?
Example, government giving the idea of the solar roof panels.
Right. That means what? Sometimes government issues policies that help people to enter into the businesses.
Also the wind power.
Wind powers, for example, if you have your own farms, yeah, and they can provide you with the subsidies. They can provide you the, for example, if you have a farm, you need to grow the agriculture products. So they provide you the subsidies. They provide you the grains at the, not the grains, the seeds at very nominal rates. And they also provide irrigation facilities too. That means government help those who want to do the business. They provide policies, they provide help, they provide finances, as well as they provide the ideas too, where they can help the entrepreneurs to develop a relaxation and taxation to the business. Right.
Big businessmen have their own solar power.
That means what? They work according to the government's changing policies, right? So the government can be a source of new product ideas in many ways. For example, first, the files of the patent office contain numerous new product possibilities. They can suggest other more marketable new product ideas. They have a full list where they show what number of products are being possible in the near future. Secondly, new product ideas can come in the response to government regulations, industrial policy, investment guidelines, annual plan, 5-year plans, etc. These are the government policies, right? That they change, that they update from time to time. And from that, you can choose your way, what path you want to go upon. Thirdly, several government agencies nowadays assist entrepreneurs in discovering, evaluating business ideas. And fourthly, government publications on trade and industry can also help set up new venture ideas. There is a whole department of entrepreneurship in Government of India, right? Where they help people to guide, to assist, to hold the hand and provide everything that is being required to become an entrepreneur, with the including the financial aid or financial help from the banks, right? So the government is also one of the source to give the ideas. Next up, we have financial institutions and development agencies. Now, those are other than bank agencies which provide the finances. Primarily, we have banks that provide the loans, that provide the finances on credit. But other than the banks, we have financial institutions. For example, IDBI is a bank, but the IDBI investment is providing the funds on behalf of the banks, right? For example, Muthoot Finance. So it's a kind of financial institution. It's not a bank, right? So these organizations also provide ready projects and offer suggestions to potential entrepreneurs, which help identify promising projects. We have examples like Community Development Financial Institutions Fund, Small Business Administration, Office of Advocacy, United States Chamber of Commerce, Economic Development Administration, Small Business and Entrepreneurship Council, House Committee on Small Businesses, and many other bodies in India are working to improve entrepreneurship and small businesses. That means these are the financial institutions that provide funds, even if you are just a new one in the market. That means they provide you the fully ready projects so that you can work upon that. And even they provide the finance too to work for the project. And the easiest one that is research and development. You can go in the market, look out the people, look out the trends, look out the government policies and research how or what you can do about the same, right? So the entrepreneur's own research and development is the largest source of new ideas. It may be a more formal endeavor connected with the one's current employment or an informal laboratory in the private premises. For example, there are some pharmacy companies who are having also a laboratory. For what? For research and development. How they make new products from that? Because they have a laboratory. They keep on experimenting with the things. They keep on experimenting with the different kinds of sources around, and then they provide a particular kind of product in the market. So formal institutional research and development are often better equipped and enabling the entrepreneur to conceptualize and develop successful new products ideas. So they also help by giving the research and development that is readily available in the market. You just provide the data and you can work upon that. And then, but many amazing product ideas have come from informal research endeavors at the private level. You by your own self could also work. So what kind of research or development could you do individually? For example, you can go for surveys, you can go for questionnaires. We have people, right, those who stand outside the malls or outside the showrooms. They have a questionnaire where customers are being told to fill that form and being collected by the people. All the information, and they also attract with the gifts that you can get the gift if you fill the form, right? What else could help? What kind of research could you do individually other than the surveys and questionnaires? Customer taste and preferences, by asking them what they like, what they do not like individually.
But this is the very old.
That is what I'm asking. How can you do it right now in a time of COVID where you cannot individually meet them?
By advertising.
By advertising, research. I'm talking about research. How we can get the research done?
You can get research by how many percent of likes and they have seen.
For example, there are people who, for example, if you go to any website, there are always ads that are buffering on the platform, right? If you click that ad, you can go to the particular kind of website. So if you click the link, there will be know that you are interested in that product. Otherwise, you will not go it. You will refresh the page, and that ad would not appear again. That is one of that idea that you can keep on googling the things, and you will get the ideas. You will have ads in the ad section. Google has now also created a different category for ads. For example, if you type laptops, you will have all the ads related to laptops. For example, from Amazon, from Flipkart, from Snapdeal, or whatever the sources available, right? So they also have a search bar for the products to be sold out on the online platform. What else you could do? Yes, anyone? Apurva, David, Devansh, Divya, Harshil. Harshil very late today. Leslie and Yash. Yes. So what could be your ideas to research? Anyone, people online? Devam has given his ideas. What are your thoughts on this one?
We can also give free things.
Free samples, probably sampling, that is known as free samples. You can provide them the free samples, and then they can, if they like it, they will come back to you. If not, they will not come back to you, right? That could be also a part of research, right? Great, Devam, great example. Chalo, anyone else? People sitting online also need to answer this one. Divya, Harshil. Are, if they are coming here, need to answer there. Great. No excuses here. At least if you are not coming in the class, you should answer online. Okay, I am getting answer in chat. Procured from data banks. Okay, look at the environment. Fine. But looking at the environment, because it is very much vast and wide. So how can you go to the environment?
Also, now we are looking at the environment. Training is coming, so we can also say that.
You can sell umbrellas. You could think that before the starting of monsoons, not right now, right? So you could go individually. Your own ideas could work in the research and development part, where you can work upon individually, right? Next up, we have trade shows, fair, ad, and exhibition. There are many displays around you. For example, there are fairs, there are exhibitions, there are trade shows, which help new people to know, explore their products, to represent their products in the front of many people, a huge mass that come to the particular kind of exhibitions, or right. For example, every weekend we have one sale, one exhibition going on around the city. And there a lot of people go there and look at the products. If they like it, they pick from there. If not, they go to other shops. So these sources display new product and innovations in the processes and services. An innovative entrepreneur can get product ideas from here, which they can adapt or modify and produce with indigenous material and technology. You can also go there, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you could also go there to get the ideas. What kind of people there go, what kind of products this display, what kind of services they provide. That could also be seen around the trade show. So you can also get the idea from trade shows, fair aids, and exhibitions. Next, we have focus groups. Chalo, now what is a focus group? That is very what you do all the time. That is a focus group. It's very easy, open-ended question. What is a focus group? That you all do, right? Focus group, Devansh? Yes, people. Focus group. What you do is a focus group, or what activities that you do is also
Ma'am,
considered
there
as
are
a
a
focus
group
group.
of people are asked about the products, and they take their perspective on how the product is.
Right. So basically, the people around you, you form a group out of that people. You discuss different ideas, different resources. Each of them have different opinions, and out of one solid discussion, you get one output in the form of probably a new product, or at least a new suggestion from that. Right? Because 10 different minds could be working in 10 different directions. And if 10 different directions could give 10 different ideas, at least one of them could be workable. Right? As we could think about that. Liam, do you want me to give your phone? Right. So next is focus group. Now, what is a focus group? Focus group are good sources of product ideas. A moderator leads a group of people through an open, in-depth discussion rather than simply asking questions to solicit participant response for a new product area. The moderator focuses the discussion of the group is either a directive or a non-directive manner. The group of 8 to 14 participants is stimulated by comments from other group members in creaturely conceptualizing and developing a new product idea to fulfill the market needs. That means 8-10 people sit around together, discuss a product. If they could help in that, if they could develop something out of it, it could improve in it, if could we want to call as update the present form. That means you could work 10 different people on the same project, and ultimately will get a kind of idea which could be workable in the near future. So this is an accidental method for initially screening ideas and concepts too, right? Yes. Any problems up till now, anyone? Because I'm not getting answers, so how would I know that if you are knowing it or not? Yes.
No, ma'am.
It's very easy going right now, right? Because even we know that the weather outside is not helping us to learn here. That's why most of you are not available here. Is it the weather or something else?
Just
Yes, Divya, Harshil, Leslie and Leslie's living in the hostel. Leslie, how do you not come to here? David? Okay, I always get the answers in the chat box. I don't know why you are have mouse that doesn't work in the lectures. Whether I guess weather, okay. The way it could have assumed that weather only could not work for us, right? Because now it's a monsoon season, it's towards the end of the monsoon season. You could not always give the example of rains that because of the weather or because of the rains you didn't ended up coming here. Right? Yes, I got one the answer. Weather. Okay, fine, I got it. Divya, no problem. Yes. Next up we have is the brainstorming. Now, Chalana, what is brainstorming? These are the concepts that you might have already heard about in your previous semesters regarding HRM or marketing or business environment, anything, because all of them are your subjects, right? You studied in the first year. Don't say no. I teach in the first semester, so I know you already studied these things. Yes. Yes. What is the brainstorming? You might have thought about brainstorming sessions. Now, what is brainstorming sessions? Sholo, you need to answer everyone. You could not sit idly.
Yeah.
Group of people sit together and discuss some ideas.
Brainstorming is a group activity by which efforts are made to find a conclusion or a specific problem.
Okay. But Leslie, isn't it the group activity that we did in the previous that is known as what we did call them as focus groups? What is the difference between focus group and brainstorming sessions? Both of them are different. That is why they are counted as different. Nah? If you consider both of them as
I
group of people.
I think the difference is that on brainstorming, they focus on technique activities.
Okay, so basically
in
it takes
solving
whether it
problems.
works or not. Do you think so?
Pardon?
That is not the thing. No, in the school you might have heard about brainstorming sessions where you are sitting all around people around you, and there is one mentor guiding you all the problems. Okay, brainstorming is about coming up with new ideas. Okay, it could be there. Okay, let's see what it says. A brainstorming method for generating new idea products is based on the fact that people can be stimulated to great creativity by meeting with others and participating in the organized group experiences. We have a group of people who are very creative, who are good enough to work together. So they are being formed in a group and they work together for particularly for a specific goal orient, right, or goal objective. So this method would be effective if the effort focuses on a specific product or market area. The following 4 rules should be followed when using this method. Now, what should be done while brainstorming sessions? No criticism is allowed by anyone in the group. No negative comments. If you're working on a product, you need to know that what are the good sides of that product, how can you improve, how can you improvise on that particular product, and how you can develop new things or features in it. Right, so that could be therefore there should be no criticism or no negative comments on it. Freewheeling is encouraged. The wilder the idea, the better. That means whatever idea you could represent, you should give a thought to it. Otherwise, if you do not come up with the idea, how would you think about it? So you should have an idea that allows you to work better and with the encouraged feel. Quantity of the ideas is desired. The greater the number of ideas, the greater the likelihood of useful ideas emerging. For example, there are 10 people in the group, 10 people will have 10 different ideas. And from that, at least 2 or 3 could be having such a creativity that they could work upon. And that is why more the ideas are encouraged so that it can be used to have, you can say, kind of greater ideas of the things. Combinations and improvement of ideas are encouraged. For example, a thought could be combined with the other one, or there are 2-3 thoughts that could be combined in a single thought or a single product that could be useful in a making of particular kind of product. So that will be easier to have combination of the thoughts. Ideas of others can be used to produce still another new idea, and that is why you can help and can think upon the other one in the same manner. The brainstorming session should be fun with no one dominating or instituting the discussion. That means people should have ideas that to go through in, not the comments, not the serious discussions, or not the kind of problems that they want to solve. They want to have a solution. They want to have an idea which could be linked to another one or could be combined to other ideas also, right? Next up we have is the 10th one, that is collective notebook method. Now, do you know what is a notebook method? Then you would know what is collective notebook method. Yes, anyone? Have you seen people around you that is reading the books and getting the ideas? We might have taken examples of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the best books that we see around to develop the business skills in the 21st century. Have you heard about it? The Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Yes or no? And it is one of the best books that you could get through to get the ideas in the 21st centuries, because one should be able to compete with others in the present scenario where everyone is competitive, everyone is skillful, everyone is qualified, and even everyone is kind of good enough to give the best output out of them. So without which you could not work together. So collective method, notebook method. In a collective notebook method, a small notebook is that easily it's in pocket, containing a statement of a problem, blank pages, and any pertinent background data is distributed. That means you have a small notebook in your pocket. Wherever you go, whatever you go, wherever you go, whatever you see, you note down in that particular book, and then you link all the ideas at the end of the day. So participants consider the problem and its possible solutions, recording ideas at least once, but preferably 3 times a day. You have a habit to keep the things to be listed. For example, a to-do list. As we prepare for ourselves, we can also prepare a list of ideas that could be generated 3 times a day, right? And at the end of the month, a list of the best ideas is developed along with any suggestions, so that at the end of the day, you have n number of ideas that could be discussed over a brainstorming session or a collective book method, right? Idea, right? That means you have a book with you, you note down the ideas, at the end of the month, you discuss the ideas, and out of which many ideas could be worked out in a physical manner, right? Clear, everyone? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Any problem up till now?
No, ma'am.
I hope everyone is clear, because these are the ideas that you might have heard about it earlier also, right? So let's keep it out up to here only. Okay, great. So I hope everyone is clear about what we discussed today, and I would like to see you all around as soon as possible, as it could be a problem for you in a long term, right? So that's it for the day. Thank you, and have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.